Movie review number 1249 is Becoming Red Zeppelin. Becoming Red Zeppelin is a 2025 movie directed by Bernard McMahon, Macmahon. So this movie has Sony Pictures Classics in it, and I saw this movie on February 17th, 2025 at Regal Cinemas 16 in Deerfield Towne Center in Mason, Ohio. So this movie traces the journeys of the members of the band Led Zeppelin: Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, John Bonham, and Robert Plant. This movie traces the journeys of these men through their childhoods in post-war Britain, the music scene of the 1960s, including Shirley Bassey performing the Goldfinger theme with Zeppelin members playing on it, to their meeting in the summer of 1968 and meteoric ascendancy throughout 1969, where they culminated in 1970 when they became the #1 band in the world. This story is told by the band members themselves, with the Wade Bonham represented by archival audio interviews. This film features full, never-before-seen footage of the band's early American and British concerts and unseen material from the band's personal archives. In other words, this movie is the first authorized documentary movie to come out featuring the band Led Zeppelin. Now, I have heard of the musical group Led Zeppelin, and I might have recalled a couple of their songs, but I never knew who they were or what their lives were about until I saw this movie. I thought it was pretty good. So, like I said, the movie explores the rise of the band, how the band got its name, and how they eventually became the #1 band in the world in 1970. Now, of course, there were some ups and downs with the band that you will see in this documentary, but I like how this movie is an authorized documentary that allows the viewers like me to go inside some of the band's personal archives that you have never heard or seen before, which I thought was pretty interesting. So, like I said, it's never before seen footage featuring performances and music from the band themselves and also the band members who I mentioned were Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, John Bonham, and Robert Plant. They basically this movie basically explores their lives through their childhoods in Britain post-war to meeting each other and eventually becoming the band Led Zeppelin. And I remember in the trailer how one of the members said, Wes Carlson's Red Zeppelin, and the others thought, that's a terrible name. But we couldn't think of a better one, so Red Zeppelin it is. And it definitely stick for them. Yeah, this was pretty good. Um, like I said, this movie is basically like other documentary movies, especially people behind music and concerts, who you actually get to see the members play songs in some parts of the movie, but there's also dialogue with actually interviews from some of the band members. Unfortunately, one of them is not John Bonham because rest in peace. But he has archival audio recordings that you will see in this movie from him, which I thought was pretty neat. But yeah, this was a pretty good movie. I definitely recommend it. And it definitely explored definitely more on who Led Zeppelin was and how they became famous and very popular and basically the #1 band in the world in 1970. Yeah, it was pretty good. So that's my movie review of Becoming Red Zeppelin, preaching to from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.